Hello guys, welcome to another wonderful session of Learning with Prepclass. My name is Tutor Olalekan Israel, your Prepclass tutor, and I am super excited to be on your screens once again. Now, in today's session, we will be answering questions from the JAMB English 2019 past question, question 41 to question 45. Remember, the purpose of this session is to help you prepare for your forthcoming JAMB examination. So, without wasting much time, let's delve into the business of the day. Before we begin, please subscribe to the channel. Okay, let's get into the questions. Question 41. Now, the instruction reads, in each of the questions 41 to 45, fill the blank space with the most appropriate of options A to D. In each of the questions 41 to 45, fill the blank space with the most appropriate of options A to D. Question 41 reads, you can go on, I dash what you are saying. You can go on, I dash what you are saying. A. You can go on, I am understanding what you are saying. B. You can go on, I may be understanding what you are saying. C. You can go on, I understand what you are saying. D. You can go on, I was understanding what you were saying. So, which of these options is the most appropriate to fill this blank space with? Now, it is important to know that not all verbs have the present continuous form. Not all verbs use the ing, that is the present continuous form. Understand is a form of a stative verb. Now, stative verbs refer to states, experiences, conditions, not actions. Now, stative verbs are not generally used in progressive or continuous form. So, understand is not usually or it is not generally used in a progressive form. It is not used with the ing. The ing shows a continuous or a progressive form. When you use understand with ing, it has become a gerund and no longer a verb. So, stative verbs like understand do not have the progressive or the continuous form. So, the answer to this question is understand. You can go on, I understand what you are saying. It is not I am understanding what you are saying. That is an ing. That is a continuous form of the verb understand. It is not maybe understanding because we have the ing there which shows the continuous form. It is not was understanding because we have the ing there showing a continuous form, but the answer is understand. Remember, we said that understand is a stative verb and stative verbs are not generally used in the progressive or continuous form, and the ing is used to indicate a progressive or a continuous form. So the answer to this question is understand. You can go on, I understand what you are saying. Right, moving on to the next question, question 42. The angry woman shouted and cursed in language dash shocking for words. The angry woman shouted and cursed in language dash shocking for words. Remember, we had to select the option that is the most appropriate to fill this blank space with. The first option is option A, very. The angry woman shouted and cursed in language very shocking for words. Option B, the angry woman shouted and cursed in language too shocking for words. Option C, the angry woman shouted and cursed in language so shocking for words. And option D, the angry woman shouted and cursed in language far shocking for words. So, which of these options is the best? Which of these options is the most appropriate to fill this blank space with? Now, all the options are examples of adverbs of degree. They are used to show degrees. They are called intensifiers. So, all of the options are examples of adverbs of degree. Now, the words to, so, and very are degree modifiers. To, so, and very, they are degree modifiers. They show to what degree, to what extent. So, generally speaking, so and very have positive meanings. You use so and very when you're talking about positive things. She's so beautiful. He is very good. So and very have positive meanings, but to, on the other hand, shows negative extremes. To, on the other hand, shows negative extremes. Now, in this sentence, there are a couple of negative words. Shouted, cursed, and shocking. All of these are negative words. And we said, to, on the other hand, shows negative extremes. So the answer to this question is to. We can't use very and so because they imply positive meanings. Now, the most appropriate option to fill this blank space with is 2. The angry woman shouted and cursed in language too shocking for words. Now, it's not very, it is not so, it is not far. Remember, 2 implies a negative extreme. So, moving on to the next question, question 43. Remember, we have to select the most appropriate option to use in filling the blank space in this sentence. Question 43 reads, if you dash me that you had run out of petrol, I would have given you some. If you dash me that you had run out of petrol, I would have given you some. A. If you were to tell me that you had run out of petrol, I would have given you some. B. If you tell me that you had run out of petrol, I would have given you some. C. If you have told me that you had run out of petrol, I would have given you some. D. If you had told me that you had run out of petrol, I would have given you some. So which of these options is the most appropriate to fill this blank space with? Now, options B and option C are evidently wrong. Let's take a look at option B and option C. Option B, if you tell me that you had run out of petrol, I would have given you some. Option C, if you have told me that you had run out of petrol, I would have given you some. Option A is also wrong. If you were to tell me that you had run out of petrol, I would have given you some. The answer to this question is option D. The use of had run shows that the sentence is an example of a perfect tense because had is used to indicate a perfect tense. It is used to indicate a perfect action. So, going by this explanation, the answer to this question is option D, had told. This is an example of a past perfect tense, had told. Now, going by the sequence of tense rule, the tense in the main clause must be repeated in the subordinate clause. So, we have the perfect tense in the main clause. You had run out of petrol. Had. Perfect. So, the verb in the subordinate clause must also be in the perfect tense. That is why we are choosing had told. So, basically, the tense of the verb in the main clause must agree with the tense of the verb in the subordinate clause. Since we have a verb in the perfect tense in the main clause, you had run out of petrol. Had run. Had is an example of the sentence in the past perfect tense. So we must also use a past perfect tense in the subordinate clause. So we are using had told. Remember, a perfect tense is indicated with the use of had, H-A-D. So the sentence will become, if you had told me that you had run out of petrol, I would have given you some. So what this person is trying to say is that you did not tell me that you were out of petrol, so I didn't give you any. But if you had told me that you had run out of petrol, I would have given you some. So the answer to this question is option D. If you had told me that you had run out of petrol, I would have given you some. Okay, moving on to the next question, question 44. Remember, we have to select the option that is the most appropriate to use in filling the blank space in the sentence. Question 44 reads, dash to your birthday party in September. Option A, may I come to your birthday party in September? Option B, will I come to your birthday party in September? Option C, would I come to your birthday party in September? Option D, shall I come to your birthday party in September? So, which of these options is the most appropriate to use in filling the blank space in this sentence? Now, permission is required to be present at this birthday party. You need permission. Dash to your birthday party in September. You are requesting for permission. So, we have to select the option that contains a modal. We have to select the option that contains a modal that is used to ask for permission. Remember, different modals have different functions and uses. So we have to select the option that contains a modal that is used to ask for permission. Now, from the options we have, may is the only modal from the list of options that is used to ask for permission. May I proceed? You are asking for permission. May I come to your birthday party in September? You are asking for permission. Now, it is not will and would, because will and would are used to make a polite request. Example, will you come with me to the dinner? Now, you are asking somebody, you are making a request, you are making a polite request. You are not asking for permission. You are making a polite request, you are the one inviting. Now, it is not shall, because shall is used to indicate offers or suggestion. Shall I do the cooking while you do the dishes? So shall is used to offer. It is used to indicate offers or suggestions. Will or would are used to make a polite request. But may is used to ask for permission. May I proceed? You are requesting permission to proceed. So the answer to this question is, may I come to your birthday party in September? You are requesting permission. Right. Moving on to the next question, question 45. Remember, we have to select the option that best completes this sentence. The best option or the most appropriate option to fill the blank space in this sentence. So, question 45 reads, Tosin refused to be dashed, though he has written the examination 3 times. Tosin refused to be dashed, though he has written the examination 3 times. A. Tosin refused to be sad, though he has written the examination 3 times. B. Tosin refused to be placated, though he has written the examination 3 times. C. Tosin refused to be frustrated, though he has written the examination 3 times. D. Tosin refused to be different, though he has written the examination 3 times. So, let's take a look at the options one after the other. Now, the word sad means to be unhappy, to feel sorrow. Tosin refused to be unhappy, though he has written the examination 3 times. Tosin would actually be unhappy, and he or she would feel sorrow, because writing an examination 3 times is not a good thing. So it is normal for Tosin to be sad. Placated means to be appeased, to pacify. Frustrated means feeling or expressing distress and annoyance resulting from an inability to change or achieve something, although he is sad because he has not been able to pass the examination even after writing it 3 times. But he is not frustrated. He is still determined to write the examination till he passes. So, the answer to this question is, Tosin refused to be frustrated, though he has written the examination 3 times. It is not different, because different means to be unusual or rare. Tosin refused to be frustrated. He refused to express distress and annoyance resulting from an inability to change or achieve something. Inability to achieve success in the examination. So, the answer to this question is, Tosin refused to be frustrated, though he has written the examination 3 times. That is to say that Tosin is a very determined person. Tosin will not stop writing the examination until he passes the examination. So Tosin is a very determined person. He refused to be frustrated. Okay, and that is the end of this wonderful session. Do not forget to join us on WhatsApp. Check for the link to our WhatsApp group in the description of this video. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel. Click on the like button. Drop your questions in the comment section. I will promise to attend to them as soon as we receive them. Thank you for your time. Enjoy the rest of your day.